What's the lineup? I believe the lineup the Lakers need to try it out on the court. And I don't care about how you figure it out defensively. They're dogs. They're going to figure it out. Anthony Davis, Christian Wood, LeBron James. Those three are a must. I'm not confident that I know who the other three should be. I'm confident Christian Wood should be in the starting lineup. I'm confident because he's an elite offensive player. I would go as far as to say he's the most skilled offensive player on the Lakers. Christian Wood is the most skilled offensive player on the Lakers. LeBron James obviously can get his bag, AD can get in his bag, but Christian Woods is the most skilled offensive player on the Lakers and a team that's underperforming offensively. Okay. I would also play. It doesn't matter. If I would play Austin Reeves, I would play D'Angelo Russell or Rui Hachimura. Any combination of those three in my starting lineup. But the third player that's a must is Christian Wood. Because again, think about it. The other three, it doesn't matter. D'Lo, Rui, D'Angelo. Because as long as LeBron's on the court, you've got one offensive initiator. D'Lo gives you a second one or a first one. Austin Reeves always gives you a second offensive. I don't like Austin Reeves as my number one offensive originator. But if he's on the court with D'Lo, then I like him as my secondary offensive initiator. If he's on the court with LeBron, I like him as my second. So the three that should be starting are, I'm talking about the rest of the year, non-negotiable, no matter if they suck it up or whatever. Offensively, it gives you an opportunity. Christian Wood should be able to score 20 points he's never played with so much. He's never been the third or fourth best player on a team before. He's always been the best player scoring 20 and 10 or 20 and 7. I think he can still score 20 on this setup. If you take away the physical touches of the ball that some of those other guys have gotten and give those to Christian Wood, see what happens. But yeah, he doesn't even get in the game. And that's one of my issues. And I'll talk about that later, but I'll bring it up now. As a leader, one of the things that the greatest fear is you don't want to die with bullets still in the gun. You don't want to go down with bullets still in the chamber. Oh, man. Like, there's no greater feeling as disappointment as a leader than when you go down when you still got bullets in the chamber, where you didn't really give it your all, or you still had some other little trick up the sleeve or whatever it's going to be. Like, man, I'm going to let you guys break down some Christian Wood activity, and you see what I'm seeing. Add that into this mix. Man, I can put Christian Wood on any good team. Because here's the knock on Christian Wood. Oh, he doesn't play any defense. Remember what I told you? Nobody in the NBA plays defense. Another thing I'll say to you is this. Christian Wood is a tweener. Christian Wood reminds me of Tracy McGrady. Christian Wood reminds me of Anthony Davis. Christian Wood is like a tweener. So what happens is he's not going to – think about it. AD can barely guard the Joker. So if AD can barely guard the Joker, Christian Wood can't guard him. But schematically, you should be able to guard these guys. Schematically, build a system to shut some of these guys down. Okay? And if you think about the Bulls, they did that. The Bulls never always had a strong point of attack defensive center. Like even when Cartwright was out there, like guys could bully him and kind of knock him around and stuff like that. But they had an overall scheme that he worked within the scheme. So they, I think they've got some opportunities there. So again, here's the knock that people say on Christian Wood. Oh, he doesn't play defense. Who plays defense? No one really plays defense. Remember what I told you? Everybody plays defense. And if you just watch him, he plays defense. Does he get beat sometimes? Yes. Does he make some bonehead plays? Yes. But I watch AD make bonehead plays. I watch LeBron make bonehead plays. But like what happens is it's called a shit screen. So in the military, there's a guy that always gets in trouble for doing the same thing you did, right? It's called the shit screen. So Christian Wood is easily to be the shit screen, meaning you could easily blame things on him. Oh, he was lazy on defense. But you don't say nothing when he's dogging and busting his tail, blocking shots and doing all this other stuff. It'll be the one defensive lapse. And a guy like LeBron or some of these other guys will have something to say. So I'm really confused. The last game that Christian Wood played in was in the San Antonio Spurs game where LeBron lost, and LeBron claimed, oh, if you didn't have 3 starters, you would lose too. He had 3 starters. All the guys that are starting now, other than AD, are starting with him, were available in that game. Prince was available. Vando was available. Cam Reddish was available. So all your dogs were there. The guys you want to start now, they were all there. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pull up Christian Wood's worst plays in that game. Maybe this is why he's been benched for the last 2 weeks. Let's watch. So we'll just put it out on front sheet. So here was Christian Wood's 2 worst plays. He's guarding the big man. He gets dunked on. Okay. And then here, he's just way down here. I don't know what he's doing. And his guy is Collins. And he's just not guarding him. He's not doing anything. Well, I don't know. Well, I know what he's doing. He just didn't react quick enough. But it's not like he's a bum. Like, he's overly focused. Like, look at him. He's going to close out on Wemby. Wemby's one of the greatest players of a generation. This is the type of stuff he can do. You don't expect somebody can do this. Okay. I saw him cook AD as well. So if these are the 2 big bonehead plays, come on now. If these are his 2 big bonehead plays, give me a break. He stopped penetration. He closes out, but he doesn't close out. He should close out a little harder, but he didn't. Okay, so those are the 2 worst plays that he had in that game. Now, keep in mind, after that game, he really never plays again. He's a high IQ player on offense, in my belief. Okay? So let me not stop sharing, but I want to go escape out of here. All right. So think about this, gang. Here's where Darvin Ham really upset me. Christian Wood didn't play a single possession in this year's Christmas game. I'm not even going to pause the tape on this one, gang. It's so ridiculous. You can just see it by watching it. Christian Wood, 1 year ago on Christmas, against the Los Angeles Lakers, destroys them. He was the best player on the basketball court. Christian Woods was the best player on the basketball court. This one I just got to roll. Okay? And this was a year ago. Okay? So, okay. Didn't get a chance to play this year at all on Christmas. But this is what he did 1 year ago. But you're trotting out Taurean Prince, Vando, and Cam Reddish, and you think you should still have a job. Christian Woods, this is one of the most dominant games I've ever seen in my life on both sides of the ball. One of the most dominant games I've ever seen. Considering the stakes, we know what playing on Christmas is like. Remember what I told you? I said, I don't believe in Rui Hachimura only because in this big game, he didn't step up on a Christmas game, just like he didn't step up in game 4. Well, you watch Christian Wood in this game. I'm just going to let it roll. Oh, my goodness. It's incredible. This is just incredible. This is incredible. It's just incredible. Down low, shooting the jumper. Shooting the jumper. You don't think we could be using this right now? Attacking. Little guy, I'm going to eat you up. Let's go. And they're losing. They're down by 10. They're down by 7 now. Okay, so just, okay, up at the top. Everybody knows Wayne Garrett was a tough defender. But he's down. Oh, little guy, I'm eating all day. Boom. Boom. We couldn't use this right now. Come on now. Too small. Too small. Great defender. Nope. And look, LeBron gets mad at him. What are you going to do? He's cooking. He played good defense. That's good. Remember what I told you, it's an offensive league. What was he supposed to do? Nothing. You're not stopping that. All right. Okay, you don't want to respect my 3, eat those. And they're still losing through all of this. They're losing. But just watch. Just watch. Just watch. Remember what I said? Imagine him being in that corner shooting that three. With a 7-footer running out to guard him. Okay? Look at him in the pick and roll action. This kid can score the basketball, man. He can score the basketball. Pick and roll. Doesn't seem like it's there, but he's a dog. What you gonna do? Now they're up by 10. Okay? Let's keep watching. Keep watching. I'm gonna run the court too. I run the court too. I give you a little bit of that too. And you know how those dunks are big energy plays. Okay, defense is rebounding the same thing. Look at that, cleaning up the glass. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. That's the guy y'all told me he can't play. He destroyed you, Darvin Ham, on Christmas. And you begged him, and I knew him, and I don't know who you are, what you do, or what's going on with you. It's an offensive league. Okay? It's an offensive league. All right, that's not enough for you. I got more Christian Wood for you. Let me give you a little taste of this. So, in this last game, the X factor, if you go back and you look at ESPN, they say, oh, the X factor was Porzingis. You know, the Boston Celtics picked up a 7-footer, and he's the X factor. Okay. So think about Porzingis, and I want you to also think about Rui Hachimura, who's on the Lakers. I want you to watch this game. And you tell me if Porzingis wanted any piece. Because remember, listen, gang, listen. Porzingis was out there looking like Mount Mutombo. Porzingis was out there barbecue chicken because he was guarding, put Christian Wood in where Vanderbilt was and watch what you're about to get. Watch this, gang. Watch this. This is unbelievable. This is Christian Wood versus your boy Porzingis, the X Factor. You just watch. He's going for 39, 8 threes, 10 boards. But watch, just watch. I'll let you decide for yourself, gang. But like I said, sometimes y'all know a little bit more. Let you watch it. 36 minutes. But I want to show you this. Very important. Christian Wood didn't get to play on Christmas. Whereas 1 year ago, Christian Woods was the most dominant player on the basketball court on Christmas, which is important. Why? It means he can play big in big games. I'm going to say that again. Rui Hachimura's second biggest game he ever played in, his first biggest game was game 4, the elimination game. He didn't play well. The next biggest game was Christmas, playing the Boston Celtics when the Lakers aren't doing well. He didn't play well. Christian Wood a year before was the best basketball player on the court. Okay. Why do I say that? Because in this game, we're going to get two very beautiful things. We're going to get to see, number one, Christian Wood go against your darling Porzingis. Because if you guys remember against Boston, I don't even need to do all the commentary because I just did the commentary. Unfortunately, I wasn't in the right tab. Whatever. And we're going to get to see him go against Hachimura, who he's playing over right now. So I'm just going to have to just play it just because it's just beautiful to watch. Okay. Just beautiful to watch. All right. So let's take a look at it. Jumper. Okay. So you got the jumper game. Got 3-point range. You got to respect me at the 3-point line. Got to respect me. So I'm creating a vacuum around me, helping LeBron get open, helping AD get open. Remember, he doesn't play defense. He tries his best. I need you to try your best. If you're willing to do that, I can work with you. Okay. Good assists. Now, this is a big one, gang. That's your boy Porzingis. That's your boy Porzingis. Hello? That's your boy Porzingis. Remember, all the commentators said Porzingis was the difference maker in the game. And he was. He shut down the game because he was guarding Vanderbilt. Put this exact action happened in the Boston game 12 times. Well, who was in the game that could do this? Nobody. You think Porzingis wanted any of this? Porzingis' greatest nightmare would have been seeing Christian Woods. Christian Woods on Christmas is like Freddy Krueger on Halloween. He's coming to eat. Porzingis, look at his face. Did his face ever look like that during the Boston game against the Lakers? No, because he wasn't getting this type of business. All right, I carry on. Okay. Christian Woods. Hey, that's Rui Hachimura, guys. That's Rui. This has been a Rui side. Oh, dang. Rui, got to get out there. Got to play D. But Rui won't let that happen again. He won't let that happen again. They see Christian. Oh, this time Christian Woods going downtown. So first, he was outside. Now he's downtown. He scored at 3 levels, gang. He's scoring multiple buckets at 3 different levels. Here he is. Here he is. Double, double, double. Because Rui's really his guy. Finishes at the rim. Too small. You don't think the Lakers could have been using this type of activity? Backdoor. Got him. And that's a momentum play. That's a momentum play. I love it. I like watching Christian Wood play. I really do. Rui got to close out. But again, why can Rui not close out here? Because Christian Woods can go past him. He's 7 feet, but he can go past you. He's not a legit 7-footer, but you get the point. None of these guys are real legit 7-footers anymore. But he's 6'11" in shoes. Hey, got to get out here. Got to fight around that screen. Got to respect that space. That's opening up space for AD and LeBron to cook. Hey, Rui. Hey, this I'm going to pass it inside right over the top of you. I'm still going to make the right play. He is a high IQ. He's a high IQ basketball player. And I think playing with guys like James Harden and Luka improved his IQ. There he goes from the 3-point range. Okay. So look. Hey, it's Christian Woods, pick and pop. Hey, Rui. Got him. Isn't that Porzingis down there? Come on. Rui. Got him. Gang, this is just beautiful to watch. And I think, imagine if the Lakers had this. And here's what people will say. Okay. Oh, but if you look at Christian Wood's stat, you're not looking at his stats. He's only shooting 25% from 3 right now. Yeah, I mean, okay. But he's not playing consistently. He's getting these sporadic minutes. He's being asked, I don't care. Whatever you ask him to do, he just needs to do it. So, like, that's irrelevant. But he should be a starter. And I guarantee you'll see his numbers go up. Because historically, he's a better player than that. He's historically he's an efficient player. He's just done it on inefficient teams. But why would all that blame go on him? Doesn't even make sense. For whatever reason, J.K. didn't like him. Because I pulled up tape of him playing with the Mavs, and he was doing a good job. But again, if you don't like him, you don't like him. He's not Mutombo. He's not going to be your defensive stopper. Okay, you don't think the Lakers could have used this type of versatility and range? He don't even play. Come on now, Ham. Doesn't even make sense. So that's Christian Woods. And the important thing I wanted to highlight there was 2 things. Number 1, Christmas Day. Number 2 was Porzingis was everybody's darling. He was the reason that the Lakers lost, right? Come on now. If Christian Woods was on the court, the Lakers win that game because they won that game because of where he had to play. All right, let me see what I want to take a look at now, gang. All right, this is a good tape because this has Christian Woods playing with AD and LeBron. So I think that's a good tape to see because there's not a lot of footage of them playing together. So I did want to see what Christian Wood looks like playing with the big boys. Okay. And what's important, not just that, is the idea of what's the word I'm looking for? Being able to fit in without disrupting what everybody else is going in. Like Christian Woods is so good, he can get baskets without disrupting the flow of whatever. If you want to run AD, LeBron as your stars, do that. Christian Woods can still get a quiet 20 points if he starts. All right, so let's take a look here. I do want to share this tab instead. Yes. All right, I do want to go full screen. Yep. And hit play. Let's see what we got here. There's Christian Wood down the baseline. Active, trying to do something. He was at 3-point line. Active. Vandal can't do that. Taurean Prince can't do that. Cam Reddish can't do that. Look at him, active, wants to get down there. Yep, got him. What are you going to do? He's a high, he likes to score. Okay, pick and roll. One of the best in the world at that. Got him. And right now, you know, he can get into some of these actions no matter who's on the court. Got him. And this is a good team. They got the two big centers and, you know, a lot of stuff like that. But Christian Wood puts pressure on you in different ways. Got him. He's got a bag. Okay. He's got a bag. But again, the point here, gang, was just this. His ability to really fill the bucket up from different ways, playing with AD, playing with LeBron, and still able to be versatile. Okay. Still able to get points and help you out in different ways. You shouldn't need Christian Woods to be your defensive stopper. I don't think anybody's hunting him. I think that'd be a lie. Somebody tells me they're hunting Christian Wood on defense. That's not, I don't even think that's possible. All right. So there you go. Just a little bit of action with him with some of the big guys. And then the last one here. In this game, I don't think LeBron played. Well, I don't know who all played, but let me share my tab. But there's still just some great things that happen here that I think you got to take note of. He gets 16 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. So, you know, that's a decent stat line. And I don't remember if he started. I don't think he did, but I don't recall. So we'll find out here in a second. All right. So Christian Woods at the top, pick and roll. I told you he's one of the best in the world at pick and roll. Got it. And AD, him and AD on the court together. All right. All right. Offense. Active. Got him. So AD's not the greatest passer, but we saw AD try to make that pass to like Cam and some other guys, but it's a little different passing that to Christian Woods. He's just a different caliber of offensive player. All right, so what we got here? Pick and pop. Come on now. Having that ability is just lethal. Because he can start out here and then he can always take it down low. He can always do this. And then that part of his game, I didn't know he had that passing and that little bit of extra making the right play. He's got a lot better at that. Okay, so again, he's not a hardworking player. Hey, there he is, cleaning up the glass. Okay, there he is. Wait a second, is that the 7-footer running the court? Whoa. You don't think we could use that? Going into his bag. Everybody, look. Let me say something to you guys, gang. People are out there willing to give up the world for this Kessler guy. I guarantee. I mean, it's just life, man. I don't know what the deal is with Christian Wood, right? Well, I do know he said some things that really bothered me, but the kid can play basketball. And normally, when you say it'd be, I don't want to say it's like the equivalent of Dennis Rodman going to the Bulls, but like everyone, there were some people that said they sent Rodman to the Bulls to try to disrupt them. But you've got leaders on the Bulls. If you claim that Christian Wood lacks anything, with the leadership that the Lakers have, you put him in line, you get him in line, you try to step him up. Christian Wood said in his interview, when he first came to the Lakers, he said something that really bothered me. He said, I'm gonna actually play it because it was so offensive what he said and so unbelievable that I will play it because this might be like this Lakers press conference. It was such a bad thing that he said, like it bothered me to the core, like to my core. Okay. So I will pull that up here in just a second. But anyway, my point here is if Christian Wood is a okay, we are watching this. Like if he can contribute like this and he's willing to work hard and hustle, you got to play him. Not that you got to play him. Christian Woods should be the 3rd guaranteed starter on the Lakers. He's the third best player on the Lakers. He's better than Austin Reeves. He's better than D'Lo. He's better than all of those guys because he can get his bag in different ways. He can get his bag down at the rim. He shoots 60% of. So I get it. Christian Wood does shoot a lot of threes and stuff, right? But if Christian Woods is at the basket, if that's where he's choosing to get his buckets, he's doing that at 60%. He shoots threes at 40. He's the third best player on the Lakers because even if you say D'Lo and Austin Reeves, he's better defender than D'Lo and Austin Reeves. You could put him on the guys that they should guard. He can guard 1 through 5. He's too slow, yes, for like elite guards, but everybody is. And he's too weak for elite centers, but everybody is. Period. Play hard. Play your best. Give us your best effort. I can go down with that. Period. Let's watch Christian Wood continue to cook. Let's watch him continue to cook. Okay, Rui, good attack with the assist. So, I don't know what to tell y'all, gang, but I can tell you this. We've looked at a couple things here. The lineup, I've already debunked why the lineup is just not going to work. I've talked about, well, what will work? You've got to put players around Anthony Davis. Well, let me just be very clear then about my lineup. It would be AD. It would be LeBron. It'd be Christian Wood. And then I don't care about the other three, but it would be Austin. It would be D'Lo, and it would be Rui. Those would be my top three. I would now, though, lean to saying D'Lo and Austin Reeves with Rui coming in because Rui hasn't proven to me that he can play at this level. And when I say at this level, I just mean he hasn't played big in the big games. I've seen Austin play big in big games, so I can trust him. Like I said, I don't trust him as my point of attack offensive player, but my starting lineup would be AD, LeBron, Christian Wood, Austin Reeves, and D'Lo. Oh, who's going to guard this and who's going to guard that? Listen, gang, it's the NBA. Play your butt off. Play the best defense that you can. If you really think you're going to hunt me out, okay, you're going to hunt me out, and maybe you'll be 50% tonight instead of 40. You're not going to score all of your buckets, period. See what I'm saying? Like a great defensive player ticks you down a little bit, but doesn't stop you altogether. My lineup would be AD, LeBron, Christian Wood, Austin Reeves, and D'Lo. And I say that because every one of those guys can hoop. Every one of those guys can play enough defense. And every one of those guys, when they're locked in, can really ball. You're not going to stop any of the elite offenses with defense. You're going to stop a lot of the elite offenses by trying to outscore them and outdo them on that side. So it is what it is. So I've given you my lineup. All right. Next, I got to deal with Darvin Ham. Well, you know what? Let me pause. I want to jump into Christian Reeves because, like I said, I do have an issue with Christian Wood. Sorry. I have a major issue with him. You know what? Give me 1 second here. Okay, so I'll do. All right. So share this tab instead. Yes. Turn my sound on.
Is this free agency process like for you? I'm sure it went longer than you expected.
Okay. So, gang, this is important here. Why did Christian Wood come here? I don't know if I doubt he had all these options and all the rest of that, but he would have options to me. I would get Christian Wood on my team. I think he's one of the most skilled scorers in the world. Okay. But we're going to hear in 7 minutes. He's going to say like why he came here, like what AD LeBron said, what D Ham said, what their relationship is. But he's going to say something here that tells me everything that I need to know about him as a man, not as and maybe just as a man as a basketball player as well. But he said something here that's a fatal flaw. Okay, fatal flaw. But maybe y'all will pick it out yourselves. But let's listen.
longer than you expected, and why were the Lakers the right spot?
I think my ability to fit with this team, me knowing Coach Darvin Ham, me having a relationship with Rob, I think that was a big factor. Them calling my agent every day, me talking to Darvin Ham every day, and me being
I hope you
around
guys can hear
Darvin
this. I don't know if you
when I
can
was
or
in the
not,
G
but-
League, probably about like 5-6 years ago. Him just having that, just rooting for me to try and be great.
Darvin
And
Ham rooted
then
for
I see
him.
him in
Got
Milwaukee,
it.
and he was the guy I was working out with. He was my players coach, so
He was a
we
players
developed
coach.
a great relationship through then, and he knew all the work I put in to
Had a
try
good
and get to where I wanted
relationship.
to be,
Okay.
and I think that was a big factor.
Okay.
Christian, you mentioned the relationship with Darvin Ham being a significant factor in your decision to come to the Lakers.
So this is
with their
before the
relationship-
season. No games have been played yet.
Excuse me. Can you detail a little bit more, just, I guess, what those conversations were like between you and him over the offseason, and just what he was saying to you to, I guess, in essence, recruit you?
And let me say this.
Yeah, I mean, he talked
Whatever
about,
he must have been
mostly
telling
talked
him,
about, my fit on the team, what I could bring to the table.
he must have told him he didn't fit in
my
at all.
ability to shoot and space the floor for these guys. I think he said we were lacking in three-point shooting last year. That's something that they want to get better at.
Darvin Ham must give a great
Transition that
interview
they
on
want to get better at. We just
but,
had
the
numerous
real life is
conversations
not
like that, and
the deal at all.
he was just very transparent and honest with me, and I felt like that was just a big thing for me.
So Christian Wood turned down other opportunities to come here to sit on the bench.
ABC 7. We know what
Not
you
even
can
to sit on
do
the bench,
on
not even to
offensive
play at
side of the
all.
ball, but what do you think you could bring defensively with this team?
I think I was pretty good at switching last year. I think I struggled guarding bigger guys in the post. That's
I
something
struggled
I've
guarding
gotten
bigger
better at,
guys. I'm getting a little bit
this
better,
year.
but he said I
But last year,
struggled
I
at
think
it.
my ability to switch, my ability
He said I could
to
switch.
block shots is a
I could
big
block
thing. And
shots.
then me playing with Anthony Davis and Jackson Hayes, those guys being long, lengthy centers that can block shots.
Playing
and move
with
their feet,
other
they're both
centers, we're going to
mobile.
work together to
I
get
feel
the
like
defense
we can
right.
help each other out in a lot of ways.
Yes, you would.
Christian
right.
over here. You play with a bunch of different teams over your career.
Yeah.
Do you hope that you can stick here and this becomes home for you with the Lakers?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is my hometown team.
This is where
I'm
he's
from
from.
Long Beach. I grew up watching this team. I grew up watching Kobe Bryant, so this is where I want to be long term.
I'd love to have you if
Christian,
you get on the court.
over here to your left.
Yeah.
You referenced Anthony Davis and Jackson Hayes. How do you see you guys working together in two big lineups and just the different ways you guys can
We haven't seen a too big lineup
Well,
all
I mean,
year.
there's gonna be times where AD is gonna get doubled in the post, and he's gonna have to have a guy to throw it out to. So I think.
Let me pause real quick, gang. I've said this before. Darvin Ham, last year we had two guys that you would have thought would have been able to get on the court to play with AD. One was Thomas Bryant, who was playing out of his mind and then just got relegated to the bench. And then another one was, and he was hurt, so I can understand that, was Mo Bamba. Never made it on the court. So what made Christian Wood think he would get on the court? Darvin Ham doesn't even know what to do with two bigs. Even though the whole NBA, the best teams have two bigs. The Bucks, Denver's just huge all around. But anyway, you get the point.
I think my ability to be able to space the floor for him, and Jackson Hayes, his ability to be able to get out and transition. He likes to run a lot. He likes to catch lobs, and it's showtime. So it's gonna be fun.
Christian, Anthony was in here earlier kind of talking about how he wanted to be a guy that you and Jackson could kind of lean on,
Yeah.
that he can maybe help you guys. How has he helped you?
All right, I want you guys to hear what Christian Wood says here. And this tells you everything you need to know about him as a man. Because again, I'm talking about executive level. I'm talking about, I don't care what you want to do. And anything I want to do, I want to be the best. I want to be a dog at it, right? So if I've never played with LeBron, I'm like, this is just me. Hey, LeBron, no disrespect. I was like, what do you eat, man? Like, can I work out with you? Even just as a regular civilian, I want to do that. Because LeBron has been physically, I'm a little older than LeBron, but he's been physically such a specimen. You want to know, like, man, what are you doing now? All you pay is $2 million a year. But like, hey, I'm not going to spend $2 million, but I'm willing to invest in my body and try to take care of myself. But listen to what Christian Wood says here, man. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Since you've been here?
I mean, I would say he's been a leader. Him and LeBron, from what I've seen so far, has been a leader. Me and Anthony Davis has been in the gym since I got here on day one. I think the first day, I got here, him and LeBron, I got here at 7 a.m. Him and LeBron were already in the gym, in a full sweat. So that kind of motivated me to, all right, now I got to get here earlier than LeBron and AD. But, they're waking up at 6. I don't know if I'm waking up at 6, but.
All right. Let me just say this to you, gang. And I get it. Somebody be like, oh, well, you never made millions. He'll make more than you in this minimum contract than you ever made, blah, 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 right? Christian Wood just said, I got to the gym at 7 o'clock. LeBron and AD were in the gym in a full sweat. And I realized that I need to work out as hard as them. Nah, never mind. I'm not getting there that early. 7 o'clock is fine. You're on a minimum contract with all the talent in the world. And God has blessed you with the opportunity to be around dogs, because you've been around some other dogs. But I got a suspicion that James Harden, legendary player you've been around, I've never heard about his work ethic. Maybe he is a great work ethic guy. I don't know. Luka, he's so talented. I don't know if he's a work ethic guy or not. But the guy that I know historically, like we've got some guys that we've heard about. We've heard about Jordan in the gym, out the gym. We've heard about the greats, Larry Birds. We've heard about Kevin Durant. We've heard about another guy. Oh, Kobe. We've heard about these guys that, and I never understood this. This is why like LeBrons and Jordans are so much better than everybody else, right? Jordan used to play like he was about to get cut. He would practice like he was about to get cut. He would work out like he's about to get cut. But he was the best player in the world. But he played, he practiced, he trained his body like he was about to get cut tonight. But he was the best player in the world. Christian Woods gets somewhere and sees the greatest player of the generation. And he says, nah, it's too early. A man will always tell you who they are. Christian Wood, my advice to you, I would beg, if you don't get traded here, if you get to spend the rest of this year as a Laker, you're only 28 years old. LeBron is 10 years older than you. So there is a possibility that you can get another 10 years in this league. LeBron is still playing at an elite level. I beg you. Ain't got nothing to do with AD. Ain't got nothing to do with this. Has to do with you. You need to do whatever you can. You need to do whatever you can to be in that gym, to understand how he eats, understand everything about the guy. It's going to be a difference in your generation. You're a guy that's on the cusp of being out of the league. And I get, oh, he made 40 million, he made 50, but I guarantee you ain't got much of that left. How do I know? Well, just what you just said tells me a lot about you. I'm around the goats, but I'm okay with just being a lamb. I'm around the killers, but I'm okay just being a regular dude. So what that means is you're going to pull up with the same Bentley he going to pull up with, but he's on another level with the money. You're going to pull up with the same crib or the same this or the same that. But I guarantee you, dogs like that are dogs in everything. I'm going to say it again. Dogs like that are dogs in everything. They're dogs in their investments. They're dogs in this. They're dogs in everything. So right now, you've proven to be an offensive dog. You got to do your thing. You do your big one, whatever. I need you to be in the gym, open the door for them, and have an Egg McMuffin waiting for them. Oh, but I'm Christian Wood. I'm not a rookie. You're not hearing what I'm saying, man. I would have an Egg McMuffin for LeBron James every morning just to watch him train and play and all that stuff. Well, why? Because there's something about greatness that knows other greatness. So I get it. In his realm, he's the best in his world. Well, in my realm, I want to be the best in my realm. Okay? And part of that is understanding the diligence. So while his might be in working out, maybe mine is in studying this or looking at how I can improve this or looking at how I can invest my time better here or whatever. So you're going to play the GOAT game at whatever level that you're at. So everyone's not going to be able to be in the NBA level of being great. But you better figure out as a man, just anybody, what is your level of being great and figure out how to go be great. And one of the ways to do that is to study those that have been great in their respective areas and their respective sectors. So for you to tell me, I saw LeBron and they were already in a sweat. Let me say this to you. If I'm LeBron James, I want to go to cats. I want to go to war with cats I can trust. You haven't really earned my trust. Talent don't earn my trust. LeBron kind of likes Austin and he likes Rui. The reports were that Austin and Rui somehow got into workouts with LeBron. I want to go to war with guys I can trust. That's any sport. That's anything. One of the greatest badges of honor as a man would be somebody says, "Man, that's a cat I go to war with." I've heard that my whole life. It doesn't. It's not a basketball thing. It wasn't a football thing. It's a man thing. It's a life thing. That's a cat I go to war with. If it's building an organization, that's somebody I want to on my team to build an organization. If it's making money, that's somebody I want to build with. If it's playing ball, that's somebody I want to go to war with. You know I'm gonna be prepared. You know I'm gonna give my greatest effort. You know you're not gonna outwork me. You might beat me, but you're not gonna outwork me. So you told me that LeBron and AD outworked you, is what you told me. All right, I'm done with the press conference. You came because you had some familiarity with D Ham, and that also is not even a good thing. I'll tell you that. You should have gone where somebody said, "Hey, you haven't proven yourself. I want you to come in and be a dog." They told me you don't do these things. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to do these things. But you kind of went with D Ham, who you trust, and you kind of know you got a relationship. Then you come in with the greatest players in the world, AD and LeBron, and you're jackassing, jacklegging, half-stepping about what you're not gonna do. So you got to step up, Christian Wood. If I'm a killer, I want to say Christian Wood got to be in the game with me because he was in the trenches with me at 5 in the morning, so I know what he's built for. I seen him putting up 1,000 shots. I seen it with my own eyes. So if he's not playing, somebody got to cut this coat, do something. Right now, the guys that are putting in the work, like I'm not going to war with anybody I don't trust. I'm not going to war with any. You're talented. I just sat here and did an hour-long plus thing of just saying how talented you are. But you got to put in the work. You got to be the first guy in the gym and the last one out of the gym. You're a half a step of being out of the league. Boogie Cousins was one of the greatest centers of this generation. Yes, injuries derailed his career. But even still, right now, he could be one of the top 5, top 10 guys in the league. But he can't even get a sniff. These big guys, these big talented guys that could be impacting teams and making plays, the NBA is a longer run now. Dwight Howard could still be in the league. Because the runway for the bigs is not the toll isn't what it was back in the day. So anyway, I don't know what to say to you other than say, hey, I say you're my favorite player watching on the court. I do think you work hard on both ends. You make some mental lapses here and there, but everybody does. I watch A do it. I watch LeBron do it. But the thing I don't like, and I was never like that. You mess up, you sitting here acting like nothing happened. But when they mess up, they just act like it's hunky-dory. But when you mess up, everybody looking at you, giving you the third degree. Take them out the game order. What are you doing? What are they doing when they mess up? You made a mistake. You hustle back, get it back, do what you got to do. But you've got to step your game up. This is for your family, for your generation. It's not cute to say, I saw LeBron at AD, but 7 o'clock is good enough for me. What difference does it make? You're a millionaire. Being there at 5, just go to bed an hour earlier. The stuff you're saying doesn't even make sense. And I'm advocating for you to be a starter because you're clearly the 3rd best player on the Lakers. And some nights you will be the best player on the Lakers. Because remember, in the Christmas game, you were the best player on the court. I could pull another tape up where you played against the Lakers last year. You were the best player on the court. You were better than Luka. You were better than Kyrie. You were better than AD. You were better than LeBron. You were the best basketball player on the court. And you telling me some type of time is too early. Then you could be at home with me watching the games too. We'll both be Laker fans. You got to step it up, Christian Wood. That was the most crazy thing I've ever heard. but it told me a lot about you. But it doesn't tell me everything, because at the end of the day, a man is a man. So you still have the opportunity to humble yourself, be in at 5 tomorrow. It ain't got nothing to do with the Lakers. No player will ever outwork me again. It's not about whether, because again, here's what y'all not understanding. How come Michael Jordan, the best player in the world, outworked everybody? Why does LeBron James, the best player in the world, outwork everybody? Why does Kobe Bryant, the best player in the world, outwork everybody? It's weird. You're already the best. Why are you still also outworking the guy? You're outworking the rookie that's trying to get his first contract. You're outworking the guy that's trying to make the team. These legends outwork everybody. But it is what it is. Okay, so I'm done on Christian Wood. I think he's the 3rd best player in the Lakers, but he's got to step up and do what he's got to do.